It's Monday Night Football between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. We break down the game, give you our best bet, and it all starts right now. Hey guys, it's Matt from Grandstand, Bettors.com, and week 2 of the NFL season ends with a doubleheader on Monday Night Football, which all begins with Tennessee versus Buffalo. We're going to get into that in just a moment, but first, make sure you hit the subscribe button for all our free picks, predictions, and contests throughout the year. And while you're at it, smash that like button if you are ready for 2 games here on Monday night. So without further ado, let's dive into the first game between the Titans and the Bills. And the Bills are a 10-point favorite for this one, and the over-under is set at 47.5 at the moment. Tennessee Titans did not start the 2022 season on the best note. The New York Giants came into Nissan Stadium and ended up beating them 21-20 thanks to a missed 47-yard field goal by Randy Bullock. However, not everything can be blamed on him. They were outscored 21-7 in the second half, and the Giants' defense held their star running back Derrick Henry to only 82 yards rushing in the game. Best part of this Titans team, though, was honestly Ryan Tannehill. He did end 20 of 33 for 266 and 2 touchdowns, but he didn't throw any interceptions. He had 3 receivers end up with over 50 yards receiving, and Robert Woods, who was expected to be Tannehill's go-to receiver, he only ended up with 1 reception for 13 yards, only targeted twice in the game. Now, Tannehill ended up connecting with those 9 different receivers, which shows they are trying to keep that part of their offense alive and not rely too heavily on Henry, although they're going to certainly use this guy a lot throughout the season. Defensively for the Titans, they looked very good in the first half. They forced 4 punts, a turnover, and held the Giants to only 116 total yards. However, in the second half of that game, it was a different story. They let the Giants score back-to-back touchdowns to start the third quarter, giving up 154 yards on only 6 plays. They turned things around for the next few possessions, but gave up the what would be winning touchdown and 2-point conversion. They're certainly going to need to turn things around here this week because the Bills' offense looked very dangerous in week 1 against the Rams. And speaking of the Buffalo Bills, they, on the other hand, got off to a great start, as we just mentioned, defeating the Rams 31-10 in LA on opening night of the NFL. Now, the craziest part about that is they did it with 4 turnovers. A lot of guys can be given credit for that outcome that the Bills had, but first and foremost has to be their defense. Their newest addition, Von Miller, absolutely wreaked havoc on the defensive line, tallying 2 of the team's 7 sacks in that game. Their secondary also finished with 3 turnovers, and collectively they only gave up 1 touchdown to one of the best offenses in the league last season. They looked very poised and determined after a tough end to their season last year and should have probably no problem containing this Titans offense. Offensively, though, the Bills looked almost unstoppable. They finished with 413 total yards and 31 points. Josh Allen led their team in rushing as well with 56 yards on the ground, and wide receivers Stefon Diggs and Gabe Davis looked like one of the better duos in this league. They combined for 12 receptions, 210 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Really, the only weakness we see might be in their run game, but we did not really get to see the full effect of that because of just how vulnerable the Rams' secondary was, and Josh Allen kept taking advantage of that. So what is our best bet in this early Monday Night Football matchup? Well, the Bills, they are the much better team in this matchup, no questions asked. The Titans, they're going to have to try and rely on Henry as much as possible in the first half, but the Bills' defense held the Rams to only 52 rushing yards 10 days ago. Buffalo, they're going to lead for the majority of this game in their home opener, which is going to force Tannehill and the Titans to have to play catch-up in this one. So given the fact that Stafford threw for 240 yards against the Bills' secondary, Tannehill threw for 266 last week, even with a 13-point lead. The Titans most likely playing from behind in this one. We can see Tannehill having to throw the ball a ton. So with our best bet for Titans-Bills on Monday night, we're going with a player prop here. We're going to take Ryan Tannehill over 209.5 passing yards. Now, did you know you can get all of our NFL and NCAA plays over on our Patreon page? Just a reminder, go check that out. Grandstand Bettors over on Patreon. The link is below in the description. But in the meantime, I want you to sit back. I want you to relax. Enjoy a Monday Night Football doubleheader. And be sure to go check out our other free pick video, Vikings-Eagles, a little bonus bet for you. Everybody have a great Monday, and we'll see you soon.